Why not we use that talent here to do that? That is, without a citizen need to go to any government office, run around a government officer. Can that service be provided? In fact, it was N.T. Ramarao in Andhra Pradesh experimented this. You will be surprised to know about it. How long ago? 20 years ago? With what success is a different matter, but at least some idea that why there are so many experiments. He has mentioned about the land records in Andhra Pradesh. There are so many experiments are taking place. There are islands. There is no effort to scale them up, to take them around, or to. So you can take any service, PDS, you can take the same hospital services, you can take the land records. How many visits one has to go to get the record, which is, there is no need at all for a citizen to go run around 3 times or more. He has to go this many percentage of the reasons why. What is the purpose for the interaction? If, for example, just take the land records. If you can change the obtaining land records, is what why people go. 25%, quarter of the problem is just that particular function. That particular function, it can be sorted out in a software or with a computerization. Like this, in each case, we need to identify that and then start experimenting, or already experimentations are there in the country, in Karnataka, in so many countries, in Haryana, in Bihar also there is a good cases are there where they have done wonders in the recent years, and that need to be taken to other states. So this is about the police. So basically, if you can, filling up a complaint issue, it can be sorted out, half of the problem there is solved. So how do we go about complaint taking up? Of course, we have the next expert, P.S. Bava is one of the experts in the country, so we'll talk about it. I will not go into that. So way forward, the reliable and relevant data. Today, what we need is not just a macro level frightening figures. They are important, they have their relevance, but go on hammering them, those points at all levels in every meeting will not take us anywhere. We need relevant data and reliable data, and for this country, and at macro and micro level as well. The specific and systemic aspects for intervention. What we need, the data that can enable us to intervene at the micro level, specific to a service, specific to a function. That is the kind of data that we need. Then sensitizing the root causes and consequences and linkages. Why water is paid, or what is the mechanism, or when is paid, what period of the electoral process is happening, or who is responsible. Unless you are able to bring out that. As has been said, right to information is a wonder act that nowhere else that is the way it is, and we already know what dramatic changes it is bringing in the country, not just among the educated lot in the New Delhi, but across the country, in whether it's Bihar or whatever state. Networks of active citizenry at regional and national level, and good governance, better delivery and redressal. These are some of the issues, 11 or 12 issues that we need to take each of them to really address the corruption. What we call the social mobilization model is active users. Unless the citizen shifts, the paradigm shift comes at the citizen level from a passivism to activism. A Right to Information Act, a social audit, all of them help that process. And I think we need to do something dramatic in that respect. Activating the citizen, like as I said, the Residents Welfare Association he has mentioned. Like that, there are so many other users' councils, the empowering that facilitate e-governance, IT. IT is, as I referred, our studies bring out very clearly. Railways is a good example. Postal is another example. Wherever there is a front-end IT, information technologies are used, there is a definite change, there is definite decline in the extent of corruption. There's ample evidence of that is available with us. Decentralize the user committees, bringing them more into focus. In Andhra, not only the land records, but the user committees with regards to the irrigation, with regards to, has also brought a similar kind of changes. We have several examples. Antodaya in Rajasthan, we have Mahadalits right now in Bihar. There is an experiment going on in Bihar, Mahadalits, some of you know Bihar, we are doing a study on that Mahadalits. What is it, in what way it is contributing? Then BPL concept itself is how did BPL concept has come into being into this country? How did the planning commissioners approach? Is it just to brand somebody as BPL, or is it as a mechanism of reducing poverty? If you really look at it, it has now become stuck on as a file. It started as a file code language. It has now become a concept. It has now become a program. Asha, There is a, I mean, these are just examples I'm giving. There is an ASHA scheme in the health system, which is supposed to do. What is that? Has it brought down the low karmics, a new concept which is coming up in NREG, low karmics, which is it is not yet come, but is coming in this year. A new concept which is being brought in to reduce the karma. Lok Adalas, of course, is the old concept. What has it done? So like that, we need to, the efforts on each of these fronts are required, not in any one of them. It will not take us anywhere. So in summing up, we need a three-pronged effort. Not in isolation, not as an independent phenomena. Corruption is not an independent phenomena. I think we tend to look at it more as an independent phenomena, as if we are trying to find out whether it is, which color it is, and what is the size of that. You know, is first and foremost is to restore the institutional vigor. We have excellent institutions in this country. Some people say we had another meeting going on in IAC about the Second Republic, where some people think the constitution need to be changed. But we don't need to change anything. What all that is needed, we have already enough excellent institutions are there. They have taken roots. Some of them are doing wonderful things. Good people are there. All that they need is something is missing there. We need to provide and identify that. And so, revitalizing the institutions that we already have is first thing. Second thing is sensitize and involve the citizen as much as possible to a great extent. Third is activate the civil society, particularly the media. The media need to be change their course. And I think unless people like this, Dr. Karthikeyan, Admiral Tahliani, P.S. Bava, and all of us, take initiative, this is not it's not an easy job. First and foremost, we need to shift this, the thrust of the news media towards the corruption, the way they look at it, the way they spread this phenomena. And the approach itself need to be changed. Thank you.